Hi, yeah, I'm Alistair Fagan. I'm the Woodland Creation Officer at the North York Moors National Park Authority. I've been working here for almost 4 years now, administering the core policy decontribution from Anglo for woodland creation to offset carbon. So tree planting is a really important tool for sequestering carbon. Trees capture carbon as they grow. The wood pasture area that we're standing in now is quite a large area of relatively small number of trees, but each one of those trees will capture a lot more carbon individually than the trees in woodland areas. Here at Bransdale and a lot of the other sites that we've planted a whole range of species. They're all native species. The mix slightly depends on the site. Here, a lot of different species: oak, hazel, birch, rowan, but the mixes are slightly tweaked for sort of where they are. So there's some planting here down by the river, and they're species that deal with sort of wetter ground better. It's certainly an improvement in terms of resilience to climate change. Pests and diseases, things like ash dieback, are a problem, and so increasing the diversity of trees and species is really important at the moment. So this project's happening because the landowner, which is the National Trust, approached us, and they're looking at a more holistic approach to regenerating the Dale. This 20 hectares of woodland creation extends and bolsters some existing woodland and ancient woodland, which is a really important priority for us. The benefits of a scheme like this, ecologically, are there's quite a wide range. Certainly in an area like this, low density wood pasture, we'd expect that there'd be quite a lot of scope for things like deadwood beetles and bird species to move in here. In terms of the economic benefits of a project like this, if we're thinking more widely about the sector, people will be aware that there's quite a strong drive at the moment for woodland creation, and that's meaning that there's quite a lot of employment opportunity in sort of things like tree planting and woodland creation. The entire scheme is funded through the core policy decontribution from Anglo American. I think they're offsetting something like 10% of the carbon that's being produced as a result of the work, both the sort of development of the work and the mine when it's operational. Probably the best thing about it is the legacy of what's sort of been created, and although I won't get to see the woodlands and the wood pasture areas that we create in sort of maturity, just sort of knowing that will eventually be here in the landscape and that people will enjoy that is something that I take a lot of pride in.